Welcome back, everyone. We are up to game two here between TAVoices and Synthos. It is a round of 32 match off here in the Dogsi's monthly tournament. $300 on the line for the whole thing is 200 for first, 100 for second, but that is a fair while away as we are best of three all the way to the semis and then best of five onwards. I am Unstable, joined here by TA Champy. How you going, mate?
Very good, thank you, mate. Very relaxed. How are you?
Yeah, good. uh, I'm gonna say, just with this tournament structure, I like the fact that it's best of three from the beginning. Just because, like, it is a Saturday night, yeah, it's going to go for ages, but it gives us players a chance not to be stressed out and just
Exactly.
play. You're obviously going to have the whole night filled out if you're playing in any tournament anyway. You might as well spend the whole night just playing StarCraft and chill out. So
Yeah, and players are very much more comfortable with a best of three because you're not having to be worried about getting cheesed out and stuff like that as well.
yeah, definitely. Like we saw with freaking Action Jesus at DreamHack, that was a disgrace. Uh, I don't know if anyone
Yeah,
noticed,
that
but
was.
apparently they had a three-way tie in one of the groups.
Oh, is that
Did you
right?
did you know how they decided who went through?
No, how was that?
A fucking coin flip, literally.
Are you serious? An
Yeah.
actual flip of a coin.
Yep. Yep.
Very professional. Very professional.
Yeah, and apparently Bishu was actually knocked out at the tournament due to a coin flip.
Wow.
And
Oh, how would you feel?
I'd be
How would you
pissed,
feel?
but that's just me.
Yeah. I think that's a reasonable a reasonable emotion to be feeling.
Yeah, well, it's also another implication of the best of one. If they had best of threes, they probably could have discerned an order with the number of games won as well with that.
Exactly right.
But we are going to have a hatch first here coming from Synthos. His spawning pool's down as well, so pretty much your standard opener from a Zerg on this map. I really want
Yep.
to see
And
some more Terrans abuse this by just throwing down 2 or 3 racks and just going for it because it's just so standard. People expect it, and it's becoming a little bit stale. But that's just my point of view.
the back pressure. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know personally that just from speaking with voices that he really is not a big fan of early barracks pressure, Marine King style. He thinks it's quote unquote gay. so I don't think we'll be seeing that from him.
No, that's all right. I can understand where he's coming from. Like it does seem it's fairly annoying. Like it's either you get put really behind or you put extremely far ahead. But
Yeah.
look, his SCV is going to be running for his life now. But I don't know. So far, wow, that's an extremely fast command center from Voices. A one racks expand.
That is extremely fast. He must be. He's
Oh, there
confident.
we go.
Has he scouted the hatchery?
Yeah, yeah, no, he hasn't.
He
But
has.
it's scrap station.
He's
You don't
just
have to guess
confident.
it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But he is going to have a wall off here between the racks and the two bunkers.
I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, yeah. What I've seen recently as well is what Jinro did in the GSL, where you put two bunkers at the choke where the Protoss normally do it. You know that choke
Oh
at the
yes,
front?
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Down. Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, when that works well as well. And what the hell? Huh?
Another command center.
It's going to be a planetary fortress. Look, up at there's an engineering bay at the top.
Oh, I see. Gotta hand it to Voices. He's really putting his own style.
Yeah. I don't know. That could work. Yeah. I don't know. I've
I'm
never
not
a
sure
fan
what
of the
he's gonna
planetary
do.
fortress.
The thing with Zerg is that you can't really
Wow, he's
proxy
gonna
it
lose
because
he's gonna lose his SCV. Oh,
see the thing with proxying a planetary fortress against a Zerg player is the creep. It's not going to be in range of the hatcheries or anything like that. So curious to see what he's going to do here.
he's gonna lose his SCV for one, but I don't know. Synthos has to be catching on to this. That it has to be a planetary fortress. There's no other reason for that would be out that far. And if it does get
Yeah,
up,
and he's
there's really
sending a
no
whole
way
bunch
he
of
can.
links now.
Yeah, if he does get that up, there's really no way he can pressure him, which is gonna be frustrating.
His les just about done too. Might see a spire come out to take advantage of all this activity going on at the front
Yeah, but
and
at the
just
same
harass.
time, he's already got that engineering base, so he can throw down a lot of turrets if he wanted to. He's already floating 600 minerals.
That's
I think
very true.
it's... And this
And there
planetary
is the Spire.
fortress... Yeah, planetary fortress is morphing now. But link speed on those links, I don't think it's going to be that great, though. Voices isn't going to let his marines be caught outside of those bunkers. Or except for that one.
Oh, and he lives.
Yeah, but he's preparing that fortress now. I don't know, it seems fairly even. If we have a look at the income tab, see, we're at 29 to 35. If I was Synthos, I would just be pumping drones like no tomorrow. And if we have a look at the
I agree.
production tab...
He
Yeah,
is
he's
doing
getting a
just
few
that.
drones.
The
I'd like to
Spire
see
is
a
about
lot more,
halfway
though.
done too.
Yeah, Voices has scanned the main of Synthos, doesn't see a lair. I'm not sure whether he's just going to expect that to be... There we go, there's the scan at the natural as well, so he spots that Spire and the lair as well. I don't know.
Bit
Like,
lazy with those queens, though, it seems.
Bit lazy. I don't know. Like, it does build up over time. Like, to get to pull it off absolutely perfectly, you will have 0 energy after every transfuse. But if you mess it up for even a second, it starts building up energy. So it's kind of frustrating.
Which is it's a real pain for Zerg's players. A cry you often might hear from a Zerg player between the 3 macro mechanics, the orbital, the chrono, and the queen, is that if you mess up the timings, you can just pop them all down. With the lava, you can't do that because it's just the one. But with the chrono, you can just pop, 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 use it all up.
Yeah, definitely. It is something that sets the all 3 races apart. Personally, I want to see a cooldown on Chrono Booster Mules to even it up, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. As we do have Neolists on the way, and Banelings as well. You might be wanting to Baneling the hell out of this planetary fortress, which works. I've seen it work pretty well, to be honest. But
Yes, I
don't
have
know.
seen Moonglade do a lot of damage to planetary fortresses and orbital commands alike with Banelings. Usually not this early into a game, however.
Yeah, if I was Synthos, I'd probably be taking the gold right now as well, just because there's no way Voices are going to come out of that base anytime soon. Like, if we look at the supplies, there's a 54 supply to Synthos' 76. Those mutas are going to be able to do a lot of damage now, even though there is one turret there. If he snipes that pretty quickly, he should be fine. The armor is going up for Voices as well. And what do we got? We got 48 to 37. So how the hell did he just get so far ahead in the harvest account? That's what I want to know.
Bit of lag from Kaz. Typical Kaz.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 48
He
SCVs
is-
to 37 drones.
I really think that might be the Zerg's fault for not droning, taking advantage of the fact that he won't be moving out anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely. If there's a game like this, you want to just drone and drone and drone and drone until you're about, I think Moonglade told me about 80 to 90 drones would be perfect. And then once you have that income, you can just start trading armies and keeping the Terran inside his base.
You can
It's
do what
something that a lot
Day9
of
calls
Zergs-
the 300 supply push, where you just keep wave after wave after wave of units coming in.
Well, you see a lot of the time in TVZ, like the Terran will walk out with this massive army, but Zerg had 200 so much earlier. And really, once you get to that point, you can just start throwing in so many units. Like when I've been laddering on NA, I personally fall victim to that all the time. I'll let up 200 army of roaches and hydras and things like that with about 80 to 90 drones, and then I'll just sit there and wait for them to come out, which is the absolute worst thing I can do. So yeah. These mutas not being as effective as you'd hope because there is just so many turrets lying around. We do have 2 armories here for Voices as well, getting a lot of upgrades. There's Thors coming out left, right, and center. There is a Nidus network coming down now, though. In the main... No, where is it actually building? I'm blind. There it is. It's right on. It's near the ramp in the main. So hopefully we'll see some kind of play from there, as we do have Voices moving out to take the 4th base with these Thors. So there's a lot of Banelings, but they're just not going to be anywhere near as effective as he wants to be against these Thors.
I totally agree. And I'm feeling a bit of nostalgia here as seeing a Terran this turdly in StarCraft 2 is a great reminiscence of Brood War Flash style. If only there was some supply depot walls, I'd be feeling right at home.
But he's doing it okay though. Like we saw Jinro do it versus Moon. That worked really
Yeah.
really effectively. Like I think a lot of Terrans just sit on their 2 base and don't think about a third because they want to just win off 2, which is kind of annoying. But they don't have to. Like they can easily take this 3rd base and 4th base and 5th base. And if the Zerg doesn't respond correctly to it, it is actually very very effective. But it looks like we might be seeing a push in soon. No. See, with these 4 or 5 Thors, they've got nothing to back them up except, like, they've got nothing to back them up.
That's
So
true.
here come
And
the
here come the
Banelings.
SCVs.
SCVs are being
Here
blown
come
up
the
by the
speed
Banelings.
banes.
Wow.
It's giving
But
me
yeah.
nerd chills. Tasteless.
Well, at least Synthos is back ahead in the economy stuff now. He's at 63 drones to 51.
Indeed.
And he's getting a lot more lings. Like, he really needs to pump a lot more lings. If you get us around on these Thors, it should be pretty good. But, see, this is what I don't like. Like, right now, this planetary fortress is completely pointless. Like, there's
He does
nothing
have a Nidus network.
Yeah, I
So
noticed that before, but he's not actually sending it anywhere. If you put it at the back of Voices' base, he could be in a lot of trouble, because he only has Thors.
Yeah, he's very mobile at the moment. So that Nidus network would be pristine to abuse that in his strategy. Because yeah, as you said, those banelings are doing nothing to those Thors. So attacking them head on would be the wrong way to go about it, I think.
Like, if you get lots of lings, it'd be more effective than all the banelings, to be honest, versus this many Thors.
Yeah,
he's getting out of the
especially.
command center. I'm really not liking the fact that Synthos hasn't taken a 4th yet, especially with how passive Voices has been. And here comes some more lings, but no. It's going to be one of the most
Looks
passive
like
games.
Voices is actually setting himself up to take the 4th for him. So, yeah, very interesting. He's got 2 sensor towers down as well, so he's going to know about any Mutilis coming around from his back doors now.
Yeah, definitely. 8 infestors on the way with Neural Parasite being researched, so he's going to be able to pretty much Neural Parasite his Voices' entire army if he gets enough energy for that. The Neural Parasite is only 100 energy, so by the time it actually researches, he probably will have 8 or 9 ready to go, but looks like he's making that into a planetary fortress, and he's taking the gold with another command center. So yeah, this is where I think Synthos is making a mistake. He's not capitalizing on the fact that Voices isn't
Passiveness of Voices, yeah. Voices also getting the 250mm strike cannon, something you do see a little bit more often now that it's no longer requires energy. But
it's exactly, and it also helps versus Immortals, and Ultralisk's probably the biggest threat at the moment. But we don't have Hive Tech yet. Like, we have the Infestation Pit, we don't have Hive, though.
Oh, very interesting. We got double Evo going down now for the Zerg.
Yeah, he really needs to catch up in those upgrades, because it's already at 1-1 for Voices. And here we go, so he's going to be pushing out now. I don't think Neuroparasite is ready. No, it is ready, so hopefully he can get it on that. And, oh no, Voice is going to get caught out of position here. It does get that cancelled. Force that cancel on the gold. But if these tanks siege up, it could be very, very devastating. And here
Definitely.
we go. So
And he does have the cannons online as well now, and look at that, just ripping through that hatchery. It's
definitely.
down already. But
lots of Neural Parasites going off, but the
Parasite,
tanks are doing a lot of damage
tanks
to
just
those. Yeah. The tanks have just sniped everything out there. All these Thors are on low health. These roaches are cleaning up fairly effectively, but he really should have sniped all those tanks with the rest of his units there. I think he moved those infestors in a little bit too close, and he's going to blame Mules again, and that's GG.
Blaming Mules again.
So there's going to be Voices moving on 2-0 to the round of 32. Nicely done.